Small dummy on the track, y'all wanna act out here, spoken booty cracks, sucking toe jams. Welcome everybody. This is my first official podcast. I am your host, Moises, aka Small Dummy. This podcast is called A Little Dumb Podcast, right? Well, my goal for this podcast or for upcoming podcasts is basically to have, a guest and for them to either share their story or what they're really like talented. Am I saying that right?
Talented. Yeah, no, you're good. You're great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing fantastic. You're killing the game.
Thank you. All right. So, yeah, let's get started. My name is Moises, aka Small Dummy.
My name's Monty, aka Daddy. Shit backwards.
My name's Madison, aka Tortellini.
What the fuck? What's my nickname?
As I said mine, I was like, damn, I don't even know Jenny.
My name's Jennifer, aka Jenny.
All right.
We're giving out government names today, people.
All right. So our first topic that we have is the pop game, right? So we got Madison over here.
Thank you.
Or Tortellini. I'm just gonna call her Madison. But
yeah, no, we're not using. We might not even use the nickname.
Yeah,
but it's just so you know who we are. Our street code name.
Just in case.
So Madison, tell us about how you first got into the pop game.
All right. So, I guess to clarify, pops, Funko Pops.
Funko Pops. Yes.
Yeah, they're little figures. They're collectibles. They're not toys.
Not
we have. Hey, babe, you could grab one right there from the table if you want, so we can show the viewers.
I'm supposed to get off the camera.
She just watched her 20 minutes of fame. Yeah. Just reach over real quick. Just grab one.
That's
because I'm locked in here. I can't move.
She's like, damn,
I gotta get off cam. No, you're good. Just to clarify, these are Funko Pops. For anyone who doesn't know, little 3x4 expensive toys that we pay too much money for because they don't do anything.
Sometimes.
All right, get it off the screen. Where's this advertisement? Come on. Unless they're going to pay
Funko
us.
Pop, if you want to sponsor us.
Funko sponsor us.
Oh my god, I could have gotten the one that's down there.
No, that one's too big.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Some of them are big. And okay.
Some of them are small.
Anyway, so
they're all perfectly sized. All of them.
I'll take
this is an inclusive podcast. We don't discriminate against sizes.
Exactly. At this point, I'll take whatever I can get,
So Madison, how'd you get into the
Back to the Funko Pops.
I think my very first one that I had bought it for myself for my birthday. I got the Kakashi, just like his regular one. And I remember it was the ending of my senior year. And so I got it because I was like, oh, this is so cute. But I had just got it because I liked Kakashi, and I was just like, I didn't know the lore behind Funko Pop. Yeah. And I think I had that one.
Wait, there's a lore?
Not like lore, but there's like a really big following.
Oh, right.
Like there's a huge community for it, which you gotta be a part of it. Of course, really. Of course. So I had got that one, and then slowly I got some, and I think I got up to maybe 10, and then I had those 10 for maybe 2 years or something. And then, I met someone, and someone I no longer speak to.
We'll call him Gerald. Gerald, just for the
Gerald.
Okay.
Pod.
I met Gerald, and on one of our first dates, we got a mystery box from I think GameStop or something.
Right.
And they had and it was a Funko mystery. So it came with a pop and a keychain and stuff like that, whatever. And I think we ended up buying 10 of those boxes or something. And we got a bunch of repeats. And I had 3 Abu's from Aladdin. I had 4 Mummy Boys. And then, so we were okay, let's try to trade them. So we tried to trade them. And then we're oh, these are so cool. And then, I'm oh, no, I want different ones. And then I was oh, and then I started collecting mostly Overwatch ones. Because Overwatch is my favorite game. And then I was I want one of every character. And then it happened like that. And then now I'm here.
Yeah, okay. So definitely, for those who don't know, what is your value of the amount of pops you have?
I know this answer.
My value?
It's a lot.
It's a little inaccurate, actually, because based on PPG, which is Pop Value, I don't even remember the acronym. It's Pop Price Guide. Mm-hmm. That's what PPG is. And on the app it tracks it, but the thing is I have all of mine in app, but not every pop has a value yet, or not everything has a price.
Right.
So for what does have a price, I'm a little over 18 grand.
18 grand.
That's
18 grand
$18,000
in toys. I just want everybody to know these are toys.
collectibles.
I'm no better than Madison. I mean, it's bad. It's an addiction.
It's a joint issue.
Yeah, no, we all have a problem sitting up here. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend that any of us are any better than the other. Except for Madison. Madison is definitely better than all of us.
The only difference I will say with me is I didn't pay for a majority of them, so it's not like
who paid for it?
Gerald.
The streets and Gerald have paid for all the pops. Jesus, that is a lot.
So
of
you
pops.
also made like an Instagram and a TikTok as well.
Yeah.
You want to clarify how that was?
How I made it?
Kind of just like, are you still doing it, or what's like the future of it?
Well, I did it for a while and I was posting every day, but it takes a lot to like come up with ideas or whatever. And then
Right.
I also was like getting super unmotivated because you keep posting and you don't get views and stuff. And I'm just like, but it was fun to make.
Right.
Like, and depending what trends are and stuff, you're like, oh, this is perfect for their pop. So I like doing that, but it gets a lot of work to keep up with it.
Yeah, it's
and
probably
stuff.
it's probably gonna be like this podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
It's probably gonna get like 2 views. Hi mom. Hi dad.
Hi, mom, hi, dad.
Our
Hi,
friend group,
our
10
other
views.
friends. We have friends
Yeah.
outside of the pod. We have
At
friends.
least like 3 more.
Probably.
solid 3 though, like a solid 3.
They're gonna be like, wow, that's so cool. They're doing a podcast. I know that guy.
Exactly.
But Madison, you have like the highest probably clout level on TikTok, right? Out of all of us sitting up here.
Oh yeah. How many followers you got?
Madison's the most famous person up here.
I think I have like a little over 1,000 followers. Like I have just,
Hey,
I
that's
got
more
just,
than me.
I got just enough to like go live, and I was gonna start going live, and then like I had problems with Gerald.
Scratch Gerald.
Gerald. Because at the time, me and Gerald, we did it all together. It was like
Right.
joint, like even the collecting and stuff. Like we bought them together.
It's like your little thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And so when me and Gerald fell off, then I didn't fall off from collecting. I was still doing it separate, but I just wasn't doing our joint stuff because
Right.
it made no sense to. And then maybe like a couple months, like half a year later, I like rebranded it. Like, and
What's the rebrand?
so shout out if you want to follow me. It's Dracula Pops.
I'm gonna put it down in
Hell
the
yeah.
description.
Hell yeah.
Click this button right here.
Plug yourself.
Literally, we'll put it in the subscription. Like,
But that page
Like with
is
a
in a
link.
custody
There's a
battle.
link, yeah.
Oh, okay.
As it is in a custody battle with Gerald, correct?
No.
No. Oh, then follow her.
I don't
Follow
think
her.
Gerald. I don't even know if Gerald knows, honestly.
You might know after this.
Don't show. Hey,
just
Gerald, if you're
rebrand.
seeing this, we're sorry.
Sorry, Gerald.
rebrand.
I have to do what I have to do. I don't think Gerald collects anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So
Hey, I want Gerald to know if you're watching this, I'll take any of your Kuruma pops. I only have one. I will take the rest of them that you have if you do not want them. Thank you. Sold.
I ended up getting the rest.
You got the rest?
Whatever.
Me and you have to do some business later.
Exactly. Whatever me and him had, like we did not split it in half. I have $18,000 worth, so and he does not.
All right.
I'll agree with that. But we used to have like, let's say the entire Naruto collection, but that was his favorite anime.
Right.
That was like I had bought some like for him from that whatever, but I let him keep it because that was like his thing. So I had to redo that and get my own Naruto collection. And so, it takes a lot of commitment.
I want to lean back. Sorry.
So speaking about business though, you were, selling them, right?
Yeah.
At a point.
Yeah.
So how was that? Like, do you feel like you made like a good amount of profit?
Well, I wasn't doing it necessarily for profit. That's what they all say. But
I'm doing it.
They're lying.
I
do it for
love
charity.
my job. No,
I'm lucky enough that I get to do what I want to do.
exactly, that I get to survive off of my passion. But no, but honestly, it's more of the way we would do it is we would get lots. So when you buy a lot, you buy a lot. Like, you'll get a whole box. So there could be 30 in a box.
Right.
But since you're buying so many at one time, you get them like really discounted. And what we would try to do is we wouldn't just get random lots. We get lots with stuff that we wanted from it. So we're like, okay, we were going to buy this regardless. So we might as well buy this, get everything for cheaper, keep what we want, and then sell the rest.
Right.
And it worked out wonderful. We used to get really, really lucky. We got a whole lot. I think we paid $900 for the lot.
Jesus Christ.
But
that's a lot of money.
It was a lot of money, but the PPG of the box was maybe like close to $3,000.
Oh my God.
So if you think of it like side to side, it was worth it.
I mean, I think realistically, like even on the app, like the PPG is never what you've actually spent on the item.
No, yeah, I've spent hundreds of dollars on a pop, and then it comes out and it goes down and it crashes.
Yeah, or
it's
opposite.
worth $20.
Or the opposite,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or there was a Cara Dune with Disney.
Oh yeah.
Once
or
she got fired.
Dr. Facilier that we got as a mystery, like
Yeah, the
at
chase,
Comic-Con.
and we bought it at what, $10, and it
yeah.
was like $70. Yeah, so it's never like the actual value of what you spent. It's more just like a product of luck, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It is like gambling, honestly.
It's terrible. It's a horrible addiction. We have to kick it. I do want to like bring up like the first con that we got into. Well,
with Gerald.
Me and you. No, well, yeah, no, not. We're not talking about Gerald. The first con that I went to was with you and Gerald. Yes, and then Moises was also there.
Yeah,
our whole friend group was there.
It got a little bit, you know.
With our other three friends.
At the time, I had like 3 pops.
Yeah.
I had 3
Really?
pops. And they were all Vader pops.
No, there was the R2D2 one.
Okay, they were all Star Wars pops.
Yes.
I walked into the con with 3 pops, and I walked out of the con with like 100 pops.
Oh my God.
No,
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 like,
not that much.
No, you're talking
like
about.
I
you're talking
was-
about-
No, it was a good
50.
amount. No, hell no. Because remember we bought the 2 Naruto bags, and each one held like
yeah,
8,
true.
and we made. There was 2 of them, and we made like 5 trips to the car.
That's crazy.
That was a good amount of pops. Yeah, it was a bad time to be alive if you wanted to save money. But yeah, no, I remember we all walked out with
A lot of pops.
a lot of pops. You want to talk
I
about
walked
that?
out with U-Haul boxes.
Oh my
You guys
gosh.
walked out with bags.
No,
I
you
walked
came-
out
yeah,
with boxes.
you came out
She
boxes.
literally went up
Came
to
out
the,
with like 3 boxes. I remember.
Yeah.
It was. We had an SUV. It filled up the trunk of the SUV. Like I don't even think we had space. I think we had to put something in your car because we didn't have space.
Yeah, no, the con was 3 days long. I want you guys to know the con was 3 days long. We were there all 3 days, and every day.
Spying.
Yeah, no, every day we literally just ended up with the car filled.
But it was like
of
such a
boxes.
small.
It was
con.
small.
It was like a
really
basketball
small.
court.
It
that's how
yeah,
small it was.
like a
Because
you
it was
know,
at the
like half a
action.
It was the
park.
action sports park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the extreme
Park.
action sport. And
It's just that
Fort
we're
Lauderdale.
We're not plugging them. We're not plugging them.
Yeah.
It's a
Not a
sports park.
sponsorship. Not a sponsorship.
Yeah, it just so happened to be there.
No, but we all walked out, and it was every day, all of us just walking out with hella boxes. The last day, I vividly remember, you guys told the guy like, "Yo, we'll give you $100 for the last box or something."
No,
like that, for the rest of the box.
he legit was like, "You bitches have sorry." Like, he's like, "You guys have been buying so much from me." Like he gave us the rest of it because, especially like when I go to sell, like the less you take home is the better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you can sell out all your stuff, sell it out. Like, and so he was just like, "You guys have been buying from me this whole weekend. Like, take the rest of them." Which I don't remember how much were left. It was maybe like.
It was a whole box.
It was a whole box. Maybe it was like 30 of them. And he was just like, look, there's 30 of them. And they were $10 each a box because they were mystery boxes.
Well, they were $10 for random people by the end of the weekend. I think
Yeah,
he
but
was giving them to
he-
us for like $5.
Yeah, he was giving them to like $5, $4. And like whatever the math was, like it was a super good
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
And he had good pops in there too.
he did.
We got the signed pops.
It was a signed Apex Legend. It was what,
Bloodhound?
Lifeline?
Lifeline.
Oh,
No, I think it was
It was
Lifeline.
Lifeline.
And I also got a signed Crash Bandicoot.
Really?
We got the Dr. Facilier glow in the dark chase. That was also a really nice pull.
That was a good one.
And he's sitting up there somewhere.
I got a
don't
rep
see
tart.
He is in my Disney collection.
him. In the Disney
Traded
collection.
it.
Moises bought one.
One.
You
No.
got
I bought a couple.
I'm trying to remember.
I was trying to trade it with you, and
The prison mic, right?
and then I got the prison mic, and then things got a bit heated
With Gerald.
So. And then we
Gerald
went to
stopped us from making a lot of good business those days.
we went back to Gerald's house to kind of trade, and it was a bit of a show. You know?
It was.
It was a bit of a show.
It always is with Gerald.
Hey, but That's what happens when you're in the pop game, right?
Yeah.
Business.
No, it is what it
Honestly,
is.
and that's when we really like all started too, because me and Gerald, we were already collecting like for a little bit, like we had like here and there, but when we got a whole bunch of them, we're like, oh no, that's when we started like selling, because it was mystery boxes. So half of the stuff we like kept and we were like, oh, we like this, but half of it was stuff that we didn't know anything about. And so we were like, okay, let's just start selling them. And we would go to like this little farmer's market, kind of like at a comic book shop, and we would go and sell, and we'd have a booth. That's how we started, because we had so much. We
Yeah.
had boxes.
It
of
was
them.
literal boxes. You couldn't walk in Gerald's room without like tripping over a pop box.
Yeah.
It was
And-
bad.
And then we started like shipping them and stuff like that, like not like
The whatnot.
double shipping, but like yeah,
Be like, they should be together.
we did that sometimes, but you know, like
On the side, on the side.
on the side, yeah, but you know, for like personal gain,
Yeah.
entertainment. But we would like ship them out, you know, on an app
Right.
called Whatnot. No,
Whatnot.
you know, Whatnot if you want.
No, I'll plug them.
Sponsor.
They're goated. I love Whatnot. I'll plug Whatnot. You know, it's not my show, but
Yeah, they do
We'll
the
plug
little
them.
auctions and stuff too.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
auctions is what gets you, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, weren't you pretty close on getting the auctions? Like,
It's just it was a really new app
Mhm.
when it's like when we started. So you technically had to like sell a certain amount and have a certain amount of rating. Like
yeah, but you guys
and
were
it was in
close.
beta.
Right, but weren't you guys close? I remember I used to ask you like all the time, like, when are you guys gonna do the auction? When are you guys gonna do the auction?
And I said something or Gerald said something.
Crap, I don't even remember.
Because if it was
lied to us. He
Gerald,
said
then
soon.
yeah, Gerald probably said soon, and I probably said the realistic answer of we don't know,
I don't know.
because they didn't like give you like you're. It just
We're
said you're
close.
on a waiting list.
Right.
Okay. I
And
mean, they have like auctions basically every hour of the day, so I would see how a waiting list would happen.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there was a lot of creators, and they were all like, well, not creators because they're not putting out, you know,
Content,
but there was a lot of people that were out there selling pops, and they would have like 300 pops
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that they would just sit through, and it was like a 15 to 30-second auction every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it
it
would
would
take
go on
hours.
for hours.
Yeah,
You could be on
it
an
was
auction.
great.
Talking about auctions, remember that one time when you went on an auction and they had sold Captain Rex for $60?
Shoulda done it.
We listen. I was
What's it-
there.
Should have done it.
I was there, and I had to work, I believe, and I told somebody else to get on there for me. Basically, the person never was able to get on there, and for those of you who don't know, Captain Rex is my favorite Star Wars character.
How much does it go for?
What's his
yeah,
PPG right now?
well,
He went,
$715. At the
Damn.
time, he was at like $120, and I was like, no, he's too expensive. Like, I would never spend that much on a toy.
I still think you should have spent that much on a toy. I don't know.
I live to regret that decision every day of my life after that. Like,
I have some regrets too, most definitely, because it's like, you know, like buyer's remorse.
yeah.
Right?
oh yeah,
Is that what
no.
that is?
You buy something, you get really hyped, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love it, and then
And then it's like whatever. It's like the opposite. It's like the opposite. It's like, wow, I didn't buy that. I folded.
I don't think I have a pop up there that I'm looking at right now, and I'm like, oh, I regret buying that. I think it's more so like, oh, I regret the fact that I didn't buy a certain pop when
Yeah,
they were
exactly. That's
way
what-
cheaper. Like Captain Rex when he sold for $60.
Oh, yeah.
Or at the 120 at this point.
Yeah, no, or 120 at that point. And
But the person that was auctioning him didn't know the value.
he didn't know, and nobody told him anything.
Oh yeah, wasn't it like on Star Wars Day or something? He just pulled something off like the wall, and he was just like,
It
all
was
right.
something crazy like that. Like he was just throwing out random pops, and then everybody was like, "Oh, like, do you happen to have a Captain Rex?" The dude didn't know how much he was sitting on a gold mine, and he didn't know it.
Yeah,
And
no. Because at the time he was still like $400, which is still a lot of money. Like that was his PPG at the time. And I think he just put him on the little stand that, you know, goes around, shows you all sides of the pop. And then whatever, they auctioned it and the person took it for $60 and that's it. And then later
Bro,
on
they
in the
came
auction,
home with a
people were
lick.
like, did you know that
I was
it
one of those
worth?
people. I was very upset that he went for $60. I was over there like, "Yo, did you know that you just gave $120 pop for $60, bro? Like, that's fucked up." But no, I mean,
How
we live
could
and
you
we
do
learn.
this to me?
We live and we learn. I'll never miss out on an auction again if he's there. But
I mean,
he's
you
not gonna go
never
for less than
know.
$300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just depends because the auctions can get crazy. Like if someone really wants something and they have the money,
Oh
they're
yeah.
gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends. Like if they start at the auction at 0, like I think you're more likely to get it at a cheaper price. But I mean, there's sometimes people that be like, oh, since it's an expensive pop, we're gonna start it already off at like
100.
But is it one of those
Yeah.
things? It's like right when it hits like 1, like it.
no.
Well,
They have a
sometimes
sudden
with
death
like,
mode.
It goes
Yeah.
2 and then like 2 seconds. and
Yeah,
then
it
2
adds
seconds.
time depending on
Right.
like what they choose.
It
Sometimes
depends if they have the
it-
settings for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes they'll do like the sudden death, and nobody will bid anything at the beginning, and everybody waits till the last second.
Yeah, I rather.
So yeah.
Oh, I
no,
mean,
that's terrible if
no,
you're
I
trying
know,
to make
yeah,
money.
if you're
but-
trying to make money, it's terrible. But like, you know, obviously, if you're the other side.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
great for
Yeah.
us because we'll just
You get the
spam the button at the
chance,
last
yeah.
second. You're sitting there like this.
Exactly. We used to call it sniping. So you would wait to the last second. Gerald was really good at it. He would know like exactly when to click. We used to snipe all the time. And then it's best. We used to have like 3 phones ready because that's 3 chances you get.
Right.
It's a serious game out here. But
I almost got Captain Rex on eBay once. I was really excited for it.
I don't trust eBay.
eBay is very scary.
Yeah,
Well, I had bought.
How? Why is eBay scary?
because dude, you don't know who you're gonna run into, or like if they
Yeah.
ship it to you, you don't know if they're actually gonna ship it to you. And eBay's not really good about like returning stuff. They'll be like, oh no, well you bought it, you risked it. So
Oh,
The
I
thing
guess.
is, Funko Pops are really, especially expensive ones like Captain Rex and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are faked really easily.
Well, there was one that I remember like looking up like Captain Rex, and then there was one that was out of box supposedly.
that's
But-
sus as hell.
They had literally painted it.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
And then we've seen like Madison's bought a couple of pops, right? They're
Yeah,
like
right.
the Naruto pops, and they
Mm-hmm.
come in and
Not Itachi. So disformed.
Yeah,
Itachi did not look like this. He looked completely different. He was like 3
Be
shades of
cocky,
white
bro.
whiter.
Like, yeah, no, I had bought Naruto Sage Mode, which the PPG was like $80 or something, and I got it on Amazon really cheap. If you get a pop for really cheap when it's not supposed to, like other than that case of the
Yeah.
Rex, it's probably a fake.
Yep, most likely.
That's like a little golden rule to always check. And so it was like $20 or something on Amazon. So we're like, oh, perfect. PPG 70, it's 20, like saving $50. Bargain.
I
Get.
lied to you.
It was so fake. Like even from the box alone, you can tell like
Yeah.
they printed it at home, bro. Like it was really bad. And like it was like a 5-year-old painted the model.
So,
mean-
go ahead. What were you saying?
If you don't know what you're looking for when you're looking at the pops, you wouldn't really be able to tell. But
Yeah.
we know what we're looking at, and also
kind of an
I think you
expert.
tried to put it into
Kind of
the
an
app,
expert.
right? And it wasn't loading into
No,
the app.
It
'cause
it
the
will
scanning.
it'll load into the app because you could take a picture of a barcode and it could scan a barcode.
Right.
So
Wasn't
it is
like not
scannable.
loading the correct one?
No, it'll load the correct one as long as like the PC whatever the barcode is called, like
Uh-huh.
as long as it's visible,
Yeah.
it'll scan.
Gotcha.
So that's how they try to get people though. See, you guys are falling for it.
like,
They,
"Oh, the
because they'll be
box
like,
is
"Oh no,
good."
it scans, it's real."
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
It's
matter.
not. It's not real at all.
It's fake.
Fucking
Yeah,
fakes.
what needs to be real is like the pop logo, if it has a gradient,
Right.
if it has the right lettering, if it has the right,
It's like
number.
the shoe
stuff.
game.
Yeah.
Look at the shoes, just
Take the sole off.
Oh yeah,
So
exactly.
let's fill a little hole in the
Everything.
bottom.
Is
Yeah.
Jordan holding the ball or is it down? You know, like that kind of thing.
Jordan's just like between the legs.
Exactly.
All right, so any tips and tricks before we get into our next topic?
Tips and tricks.
Yeah, I don't know,
For
like
what?
pops,
For-
like to really
Of the
get into
trade, now the people are gonna go out there and you guys are gonna go buy all of the pops, and Madison's gonna give you the best advice
Yeah, exactly.
on how to not waste your money on pops.
I've gotten really good. No, I actually haven't. I'm terrible. I used to buy like maybe like 5 pops a day.
Oh my
It used to be real bad. From Whatnot, from Hot Topic, because there's like exclusives to stores and stuff like that. No, you guys know I used to have like alarms.
You have
when-
alarm. Like what? You
At
gotta take-
11:34.
Hey, what is this? It's like gotta go buy a pop.
I gotta go buy pops. Yeah,
Gotta go buy
because certain stores they restocked at certain times and stuff like that. So it's just like you have to be on top of the game. And even now, if you want to be like on top of stuff, like I have multiple Twitter accounts that like not my Twitter accounts, but
Right.
of people like, oh, this is the new release. It's gonna drop at this time, stuff like that. Oh, and then especially if there's convention ones and stuff. Like if you don't get them it's a little different now. I feel like the pop game isn't as strong as it used to be.
I think it's slowed down a lot after
Inflation.
COVID started hitting, because there haven't been as many cons, and the cons that they have had are very limited in the amount of people that
But they're coming back.
can go. No, yeah, they're definitely coming
They're
back,
coming
but
back.
they've slowed down a little bit. Like they
Yeah.
haven't dropped anything.
I think they've been
Good
pooping them
in a
out a
while.
lot. I don't know. That's just me.
They do poop out a lot.
So I feel
now.
like at a point it's just like value starts going down. People are just like, I could get it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they're
but-
good about like making a pop like when something big happens.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
Obi-Wan
for
series
Kenobi.
came
Oh,
out
yeah.
and the
Shout out my dog.
yeah.
When they dropped Obi-Wan, they dropped like 7 or 8 pops, and they were all
Just-
pretty decent. Like I wouldn't go buy all of them, but maybe for the sake of having the whole set. But
Yeah, that's the other curse. It's just sometimes it's like I just want to have everything of that set. Like I want to have everything of that show. I want to
Yeah.
have everything of that anime, whatever. I'm a really big person on that. Like for the Pokemon, like for Pokemon line, I have every single Pokemon. I don't have every variants because some
What's
of
your
them.
favorite one?
What's your favorite Pokemon pop?
My boy right here, you know, best Christmas present ever.
I have a
My
story about
Rattata?
this. I have a story about this.
I don't think we have time for the story.
Oh, we have time.
I'll
We were
give
sitting
4
at.
We could keep.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll make it quick. We went to Target, and we were all sitting at Target. At the time, it was, I think, Christmas, right?
It was
Yeah, it was
Christmas.
It was
time.
Christmas. I was looking for a gift for the person I had for Secret Santa, and turns out that there was a Rat-a-tat and a Mr. Mime sitting right next to each other. And our other friends tried to gaslight, and they got her alone in the section. And I was at the end of the section, just looking down the aisle.
Teamwork.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, out of all these pops, like which one's your favorite? Like which one would you want the most?"
That's not even how it went.
Yeah,
Weird.
it's exactly like that. And I had already bought the Rat-a-tat
No,
pop.
it was set up a lot worse. It wasn't like they asked me. It was specifically like, "Hey,
Well-
Madison, what do you think of this Rat-a-tat?"
Well, yeah, no, to be fair, I was at the end of the aisle listening in, just crying my eyes out. I had bought the friggin' pop just to have something nice to give to Madison at the end of the, Christmas. And they were gaslighting, and they were all at the end of the aisle just talking crazy. And what were your words, Madison? I don't want to put them in your mouth. I don't want to put words in your
I
mouth.
don't remember. It was something like, if it was a gift from a friend, I
No. I'll tell you right now. It was between this one and that one. Which one would you rather have? She said, "Fuck Rat-a-tat.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah,
that pop.
something like
I'd
that.
rather have Mr. Mime all day." So guess what? Christmas comes around. She opens the gift. It's a Rat-a-tat. She looks directly at me. She goes, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah, you're right. That's how it went. That sounds more accurate.
And now we can change topics. I'm over it.
I'm done talking about.
But
pop.
now it's my favorite pop.
Yeah, no, sure.
Sure.
It's not. It's literally abandoned in the corner of the room.
As it's the middle of my
It
room.
is. It's
No,
literally the middle of the
I
room.
will vouch. It is in the middle, but it's because of the story, not because of the pop. Because you hate Rat-a-tat.
Hey, that's what makes the.
No, I don't hate Rat-a-tat. It's just, you know what? I don't need to explain myself. I love it now, and
Dude, give me
that's
your
all that
mic.
matters.
She's capping hella hard right now.
All right. So, as you guys know, Madison over here is pregnant.
I don't think they know.
Well, now they know.
Now they know that
If
she's
you
now you do.
drum roll.
Yeah, if you thought of it before, it's a little messed up.
Is it this one? Oh. Okay, not that one.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, okay. You
You
know what?
We'll just roll with it. Don't
Yeah.
press buttons.
The theme song starts playing.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
So
Yes.
you found out when you were pregnant,
I found out when I was 32 weeks. So
32
pretty
weeks.
much like 8
And-
months.
8 months.
Yep.
She
So you
told
wanna-
us 2 weeks ago, and she's popping in 2 weeks.
I told you like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, like
now.
3 weeks ago now.
No, it was 2.
I've
So
been counting.
specific.
I took
On
took off,
Tuesday
I
it'll
took
be
off
3.
the end of the Tuesday. No, yeah.
It's been 2.5.
my point exactly.
Okay.
Anyway,
So how
I
did it
wa-
get to this?
telling you guys 2 weeks ago, or what do
No,
you
no,
mean?
no,
no,
Getting
like,
to- what do you mean getting to
The
this?
story.
How did you
Like, how
even,
did you find
Gerald?
out?
Me and
Gerald,
I think they're gonna know about Gerald.
they were doing a lot more than selling pops, people. I'll tell you that
Okay.
much. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to go into detail about that.
No.
but,
No,
like,
But
Do
maybe
not
you
go
could
into
say,
detail,
like,
this is
what
for YouTube.
made you go to the point that you were like, hey, maybe I should go to the doctor.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't even get to that point. So
it just happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Naturally.
So I had been feeling my stomach like kind of like bubbling up a little bit, and I was like, dang, I'm a little gassy. Like, I
Just
was
a
like,
little bit of soda, excess soda in there.
exactly, been drinking too many
Coke,
Cokes.
right?
Too much Coke.
Too many cokes. Too many cokes.
Too many Cokes. And then I was just like, ugh. And then I was like, let me stop drinking Coke. Let me stop, like, getting things that are going to make me gassy. Let me just drink water and, like, try to be healthy.
Oh,
and
she
like,
hates water.
yeah,
I hope
water
you guys know that.
is
She
my
hates it.
enemy.
She hates it.
This little much that I've drank. I had to
That was for the baby.
She forces herself to drink water.
It's not delicious.
It has
But-
no flavor.
Exactly.
Listen, there's nothing better than on a hot day drinking a whole water bottle.
Okay, I'll give it that. In certain situations, I want nothing but water. Like, if I'm outside and it's
The
like I'm
beach.
sweating and it sucks, yeah, or the beach or something like that, I'm like, oh God, water. But if I'm home,
Who
boy,
cares
if you
about
don't
water?
pour me up some like
Some
Coke,
lemonade, right?
Brisk.
some lemonade, some iced tea, like anything.
Some Coke?
Anything.
Coke is, I don't.
It's all right.
Coke's alright. Coke's more like a go to restaurant kind of thing,
A
Like,
pizza kind of thing.
oh yeah, like pizza and soda, like that has to happen.
Like McDonald's and Sprite.
Mhm.
Yeah, me.
She goes
Oh yeah, you see, if I go to McDonald's, well, sometimes I get like a fruit punch, but it's usually a Coke.
I'm with you all the way. There's people here that are addicted to Sprite. That's the only reason I brought
So,
it up.
so you guys don't like
Hey.
brisk?
Brisk?
Brisk.
No,
Brisk is
Briscoe's
good.
hard.
I love
Briscoe's
brisk.
hard.
It's just when you go to McDonald's, if you don't get Sprite, like, what are you doing?
You know
Be
me and
honest.
T Dog. Like I go hard with any tea, but Brisk is like up there, probably like top 3.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Oh yeah.
so off topic.
Well, I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh, the baby. Yeah.
The baby.
The baby.
Yeah. So I already was like, okay, I'm feeling a little gassy, but like I started feeling it at the beginning of 4th of July, and so it was the 4th of July. It was my day off, and I was like, I'm not gonna go to the hospital on the 4th of July. I'm gonna go party. I didn't even go party. I think I stayed home. But who wants to be in the hospital on a holiday? And then the next week I was like, it's my day off. Do I want to go to the hospital or do I want to go do something? And I went to go do something.
If you thought that's where the story ended, no, it
No.
continues.
And then the next weekend I was like, okay, that's it. Like, it's been like 2-3 weeks. My stomach is still swollen. Like, it's super weird. I'm feeling all this gas,
What you thought? You
which
thought it
was
was like a-
kicking.
You didn't look.
Tumor.
I could have sworn, yeah, I was like, maybe it's a tumor or like a cyst or like, like gastritis, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
But again, who wants to spend their time in the hospital?
That's exactly it, bro. Like,
Unless you
when-
work there.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. But I'm just such a procrastinator when it comes to stuff like that. Like, if I'm not like bleeding out, I'm probably not gonna get it checked out.
Internal bleeding's a real thing that we should take very seriously. I just want you to know that. But no,
Could it have been that?
what?
Could it have been that internal bleeding? Like,
No.
that could make you puff
Gassy?
up?
No. Like, if it would have made you feel gassy, no, not
Yeah.
internal bleeding.
If I had been like bleeding or like throwing up or some shit like
Yeah.
that, maybe it would have been different. But and then my sister, she is in Alaska. She's been in Alaska for the last couple months, and she just randomly came one day. She didn't tell anybody. She was like, "Surprise! I'm gonna be here for the next 3 or 4 days." I was like, "Great! I'm not gonna go to."
Another day.
The baby's
cares
just
about
holding
the
the mic.
baby?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, "This is my story to tell."
I could use my baby to hold the mic. I got you.
Exactly, real comfort.
Oh yeah.
But
Now we're really talking.
Damn, no, I want a baby.
no, you don't.
Trust
I'm
me,
kidding. Baby, when you're listening to the
Viewers are like,
I love you. But she came from Alaska, so I was like, I'm not gonna go to the hospital and waste my 3-4 days with her. So the day that she left, I actually had a doctor's appointment, just a regular doctor's appointment that I had planned since like May or something. I'm like, okay, gonna go for my regular checkup and stuff like that, take my blood, blah 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 blah. And so I get there, and I swear to God, I sit down and she's smiling, which is a little sus already.
So sus.
so sweet.
Somebody was
Imposter.
acting kind of sus.
Exactly. And she was already smiling, and I'm like, she's not a mean doctor, but she's a doctor, so some doctors are really like stern
Stone
and
cold.
stuff and stone cold and stuff like that. And so she was smiling. I'm like, all right, I guess we have some good news, right? Like, maybe I'm okay.
Maybe I'm okay.
And then so we sit down, and she kind of just says it straight up, and she's like, oh yeah, so you know the blood test you did a couple days ago, yeah, blah 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 blah. She's like, yeah, so we can't give you any medication or do anything for you today because you're pregnant.
That's when you found out you're not okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, and I couldn't believe her, bro. Like I gaslit myself into believing that it wasn't true. Like I was like, ain't no way, me. Yeah, exactly. I was like, me, and then I was sitting there in shock, and she's just typing on the. I don't know what she's typing.
She dropped the bomb and went right back to work.
And then you know what's a bad thing that or maybe it's not bad, but I like everybody in the hospital that like when they're like, oh yeah, you're pregnant, like after doing more tests, everybody says congratulations, and I'm like, hey, you better be careful who you say that to. That might not be a congratulations to some people.
Yeah.
But she was just like, congratulations, and she was so happy, and I'm just like, I'm glad you're happy, bro. You don't know my situation though. My situation is good at least, so I'll give it that. But I remember the first person I texted was my sister, and she was on a plane. I think she was already like in Seattle or something. Right. Like she had just landed and she had already left home. And I was like, I'm pregnant. She's like, I'm turning back. I gotta go back. And she was freaking out. And I was freaking out too. And I was like, bro, what am I gonna do? And then I texted my best friend. And we were in a time zone of 3 hours of a difference. So I think it was like, my appointment was like 9 o'clock. So it's probably like
6 a.m. Like 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning-ish.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, wake up. and I kept calling her, and I couldn't talk on the phone because I was in the doctor's office. But I was like, at least the ringing will wake her up. And I was like, wake up. This is very important. And I told her, and she was just like, it's okay. We have options.
One lady's like, yeah, congratulations so much. Oh my God. She's so happy, grinning ear to ear. The other one's like, we have options. You don't have to do anything crazy right now.
Exactly. She's like, it's gonna be okay. And I'm just like,
then you tell her it's 8 months.
Oh, bro, yeah.
It's too late for options, buddy.
You have no options.
The thing is so they only knew I was pregnant through my blood. So they couldn't tell me like how long I was or how many weeks or anything like that. So that same day, so I had told my sister and my best friend, and my dad was in the waiting room.
Oh God!
Because he had came to an appointment with me.
Shout out Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's my dog. And so they're like, okay, go sit in the waiting room real quick. Go sit in the waiting room, and then we're gonna call you back so we can set you up for an appointment. I was like, okay. I went to the waiting room. So I know already I'm pregnant. I'm sitting next to him, and and I'm like, exactly. And then I'm freaking out because I'm like, I'm not scared to tell him, but I'm scared to say it. Like, I'm scared to be like, it's real. Yeah. Like, if I say this out loud and I tell more people, like, it's going to make it so much more real. And I was sitting there laughing, bro. I was just like a crazy person. I was just sitting there, and I'm just like laughing, and I'm texting my sister, and I'm texting my best friend, and I'm like like whatever. And
panic mode.
And my dad was like, is everything okay? Like, what did the doctor tell you? And I'm like, give me a second.
Let me just process it.
Exactly. And so they call me back, and then she tells me, she's like, yeah, you're definitely pregnant. Like, there's no doubt about it. I guess my pregnancy level, whatever,
was too high.
It was just way too high. And they're like, yeah, like, I already had high levels. That's why I was there for the doctors. But she's like, yeah, no, this is like pregnant levels. This is like, this isn't normal.
You didn't look any more pregnant than like, you didn't look pregnant at all when we found out. We looked like, I looked you up and down. We have the video, and I was just like,
exactly.
I'm pretty sure you're not pregnant and you're just fucking with us. But no, I mean,
in the video, I honestly, I thought you were pranking us. I'm like, yo, this is a good prank.
I don't think Momo said more than like 4 words in the whole video. He was just looking at the camera and disbelief. He's like, nah, you're lying. But no, she wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
No, hey, good prank, Madison. Good prank.
Yeah, all the stages of grief.
Hey, if this is still a prank, you're killing it.
I know, right?
Hey, Moise
this is the best pull off ever.
Momo was team we have options. From the video alone, he was team we have options. But so, no, we're here now, and you're pregnant.
And I am pregnant, yeah. And then I ended up, they gave me an appointment, whatever. And as I got out, we're like walking to the car, me and my dad. And I think we made it down the hallway, and I was like, bro, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm like, but I'm pregnant. And he was like, what? And I was just like, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Then he turns to you and said, "We."
We?
Who said we?
He's like, you better start packing. No.
What are you gonna do about it?
No, Jimmy's my dog, bro. He got so happy.
Bro jumped
Like,
into grandpa mode
Exactly. He
straight away.
already was just like, all right, here's the Amazon list. Like, my man is crazy.
Where's the list?
I'll put
Where's
it
the
in the
Amazon?
description if you want to buy it.
Yeah, I got the viewers get. Hey, if you want, shout out my dog Madison. Get her something nice. You know.
Exactly. Thank you, dog.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I got you with the plug.
Oh, thank you, boys. So I told him, and then I was like, okay, we'll go to the ER so I can get like an ultrasound. But I had like plans to do.
I had plans that are far more important.
I did have.
You already did your hours for the hospital. Time to get out.
I had plans to go do like errands with my mom, and so I was like, "What am I gonna tell her? Oh, I'm pregnant. Like, can't do my errands." So I went to go do my errands with her. The whole time I knew I didn't say anything to my mom. Because I'm like, my mom is just as accepting, but I don't know. It's different to tell a dad something than a mom, I think. And
Yeah,
I think
'cause the
dads are
dad's
more
mo-
accepting.
Yeah,
of it.
we're more likely to blow something off and just be like, "Oh, guys, in general, I'm not a dad." But
exactly. I was
You
like,
can
damn.
be.
we'll just be like,
Hey,
"Oh,
what?
cool, all right," and move on. Hey, yo!
I gotta get from the middle of you.
No, we put you there on purpose, so you.
Exactly, to prevent a little bit, right? But yeah. But yeah, you dads and stuff.
Yo, whoa,
Oh,
you
wait, no
dads.
dads yet.
Yeah, my
Unless
dad's.
you're looking at Moises and you got something to tell me
Hey,
that we don't know.
Hey, not yet, not yet.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Hey, not yet.
Spoilers.
Come on.
That's
That's
for
for the end
the
of the episode.
no. It's for the extra, Patreon or something.
Oh, yeah. That's for the OnlyFans guys.
Only Pops.
Only Pops?
That's my OnlyFans, by the way. Trademarked it. Like, that's if things were to go south, obviously things are different now, but that was my backup plan.
Jesus Christ. How did we get here back to the
Back to the baby.
Exactly. So I did my errands, and then I told my dad, I was like, okay, when I come back home, we'll go to the ER. And so to finish my errands, we went to the ER, and then I tried to like play it off like I didn't know, because I didn't. I guess maybe if I had gone and I was like, oh, they told me I was pregnant, do you think they would have gave me an ultrasound? Or you think I had to like fake it?
Fake it till you make, baby.
Yeah, I was like, my
I don't
stomach
think-
hurts.
Yeah, that's probably like the easiest way. Or like if you say like, oh, I mean, obviously you don't know how many months you were.
Yeah.
But like usually like if you haven't felt your baby kick, like they'll do an ultrasound.
Oh, okay.
If you got into a car accident, they'll do an ultrasound.
Oh, okay,
If you're
okay.
feeling contractions, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
All
Well,
this negative energy in the air.
I just found out I'm pregnant.
I need to know how far along I am.
Exactly. I kind of like gaslit them.
But it probably would have been better to go to like an urgent care. Less time.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure.
No, they saw me within 5 minutes.
Oh, no,
Oh,
then you're
really?
good.
Yeah. It's the hospital I'm going to give birth at. It's a real small hospital. They don't get real busy. They saw me within 5 minutes.
Oh,
I don't know if it's because of my
Like,
symptoms.
Business?
Is it one of the bougie hospitals? Don't say
No.
a name. Don't say a name. Okay.
No, I'm not going to say the name. Because it's
Is
something.
it?
We're not plugging hospitals out here.
Yeah. Unless you want to sponsor my baby.
So the baby.
Oh.
No, Miller's is gonna sponsor your baby.
Yo, shout
yeah.
shout out Millers, bro.
Yeah, naming my middle name Zingers.
Oh,
Zingers.
Zingers. Yeah, no, infinite Zingers.
Exactly, Zingers for life. But oh no, so I went and I was like, oh, my stomach hurts and stuff, which was true.
Yeah.
And I basically what I was feeling, what I would have gone to the hospital for,
Yeah.
is what I went for then. But I didn't want to say like, oh, I'm pregnant, because then they were gonna be like, what are you trying to get, a free ultrasound out of us or something? Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
and so
I mean, not free because insurance.
No, free Obamacare.
I got
I
Medicaid
don't know
now.
how that works.
Hey, babies be getting everything, but that's a whole nother story.
Shout out.
So I went, and then they did. I like whenever a woman has like stomach problems or anything, they always do like a pregnancy test, like no matter what. Like doesn't even matter the age and stuff like that. If it's lady problems, they're like, you might be pregnant. Like it's just automatic. And so they did it, and they're like, and he was like, you're pregnant. I was like, what?
No way.
I was still a little shocked, because I still had like that little bit of doubt in me that I was
Oh,
like,
so they just confirmed it. They were like,
They,
yeah, no,
like,
you're pregnant.
because now this was through a urine test, so
Okay.
it was before by blood. So I was like, Maybe my blood
Yeah.
count is
Yeah,
just
of
too
course.
high.
No,
or
that
something.
sounds like way more secure than
It is more
your
secure.
That's not the point.
They're
And
like,
then-
pee on this. That'll tell us for sure more than blood if you're pregnant.
Or I wanted, like, it was a different hospital than I was at, like, for my appointment. So I was like, I want an unbiased, like, they know nothing. You know what I mean? And then they're like pregnant. I was like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I hate when they mess up my blood test.
Yeah, no,
Tell
for
me
sure.
I'm pregnant. God.
God.
Oh, it happens all the
worst.
time. They look at me and they're like, "Oh, do it with that belly, 7 months."
Exactly. But so then, you know, I'm waiting around, whatever, and they do like the IV and they check my vitals and blah 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 blah, hospital stuff, and then they take me to the ultrasound room, whatever, and I go by myself, and my dad stays like in the ER, my little quarters or whatever it's called, and
Your room?
No.
it wasn't a room, it's like, you know, a curtain.
curtains. Yeah. Like a triage.
That's a room. No,
I
fuck
mean,
it.
make sure.
I wish it was a room so I could have some privacy. The guy next to me was screaming, and he was just like, "Don't touch me," and stuff like that. And I'm like,
What were
"Bro,
you
I just
doing
found
to
out
him?"
I'm having a baby, please." I don't know. He was on something for sure, probably. But
It's
it
Miami. I wouldn't doubt it.
exactly. That's just the experience you get.
Part of the Miami lifestyle, guys. Anywhere you go, you'll find somebody yelling, "Don't touch me! Don't touch me!" And it's for various reasons. You never know why.
Hey, yo, back to the baby, please.
Come on, please.
But so they take me to the ultrasound room, and so she puts like, you know, the little squirt thing, whatever. Hey,
Wait,
yo,
what?
that's how the baby got there in the first place. But no, I'm kidding. They put the cold liquid and the little wand, whatever. What is it?
Doppler.
Huh?
The Doppler.
The Doppler.
Doppler.
Transducer.
The moment she puts it on my stomach,
Heartbeat.
oh no, she goes, oh,
Oh.
Hey, what does that mean?
That's not reassuring
and I was
at all.
like, oh, it's bad.
No, but it wasn't though.
Kind of it was. And she goes, oh, and I legit was like, oh, what does that mean? Like, I straight up, I was just like, I'm fucking around, like, oh, it's bad. And she's like, no, it's okay. She's just like, he just has, or she didn't say he, I think she says it has, or they, whatever the pronoun is. And then she said like, oh, I just saw a really big head. And so in my mind, I didn't think anything too much of it. I was like, God, he has a big head, just like Gerald, bro.
No,
And now-
leave Gerald out of this.
And so she's like, oh, he has a big head. So I was like, okay, she called my baby big headed, like that's it. But she just meant she meant it in the sense, because she tells me and she goes, yeah, so according to the measurements and stuff, you're 32 weeks. And in my head, you know the math meme? I was like, what
All
is
the numbers
32
zooming out.
weeks? I had no clue what it was. Like, when I say, it just sounded like a lot. Like, I was like, 32.
It is. It's more than half a year.
And so I was just like, that's a lot of numbers. And then so I asked her, and I was like, I couldn't even do the math in my head. I was just like, how many months is that? And she's like, pretty much 8 months. And I started crying. It was the first time I had cried that day.
Hey, what that?
Baby hormones.
Yeah.
Hey, don't blame the baby.
Exactly.
Baby hormones.
No, it was purely me, like, in shock, because I was like, oh, I'm fine.
Damn.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, it's different if they tell you, yeah, you're pregnant, but you still have like 9 months to process.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you're like 10 weeks. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, okay. I
You're
was
popping in
32.
4.
Exactly. I was like 32. I was like, that's a big ass number. She said the 8 months. And then I started crying because I was just like, I have no options.
Your best friend was wrong. Little did she know.
Exactly. And so I just was panicking because I was like, and then what went through my mind was like, I've been up to some shit these last 8 months. Hypothetically speaking, it was my 21st birthday.
For the people that don't know, Gerald's been out of the picture since
For a
December.
year now.
Yeah, so
Oh, well, I hadn't talked to Gerald at this point. In this point, I found out mid-July. I hadn't talked to Gerald since February
Jesus Christ.
when he called the police on me. But that's another.
That's a story for the next podcast.
That's another podcast. Madison got some shit on her.
He's got all the stories, bro.
All of them, Gerald.
Poor Gerald.
But
We're gonna bank off of Gerald.
Oh my God, no!
finally,
He's gonna call the cops on me. Hello.
it's okay. It's an alias. Gerald can be anybody.
Yeah, it really could be.
But Gerald knows who Gerald is.
But only Gerald. That's the beauty of using Gerald.
And our 3 other friends. Know who
Yeah, it's not
Gerald
like we're going
isn't a
around,
friend.
telling the whole world. Like, we don't have friends. We're weirdos. We spend thousands of dollars on pops.
Hey.
And on
We don't have
podcast
friends.
equipment.
on this podcast equipment.
Podcasting equipment to start a podcast. No, but hey, it'll pay off, bro. I promise.
It's
you.
already
I
paying
hope
off.
so.
This
is actually pretty fun,
serious.
though.
It is
Oh,
fun.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Even if,
exactly.
dude,
Yeah, if you like, leave a comment, say what you want to see
for
next.
sure,
Subscribe.
Subscribe, that
Subscribe.
too.
We don't have anybody famous coming on soon, but
Smash
a lot
that
of
like.
people that can talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, exactly. That we have plenty of.
Plenty.
Me alone, I can carry a couple
Hey.
episodes.
Should we
I'm gonna
bring
get
on
some
Gerald?
professionals here. All right, I hope you guys know that. I'm
Oh,
getting
I'm a-
professionals.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna try to find you some, bro.
You're gonna get
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna try
for
to
sure.
find you some.
I'm gonna try to find myself some professionals.
We're
to be in
gonna
here.
Professional
episode,
what?
I don't know.
Episode
Professional.
69.
Just know that.
Episode 69.
Episode. I want to talk about episode 69 real quick. Can we bring on Gerald?
No.
No.
No. I just
I
wanted to
answered
throw
for
that
him.
out. No.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
I'll leave it at that.
Exactly.
So, story.
Okay, but I want to know, like, how did your dad not like get the urge to say anything to your mom?
That's my
Because he's
dog.
a thug.
That is
I'll
my
answer
dog.
for you. Jimmy's a thug.
I mean, of course.
No, Jimmy is my dog.
Did
like,
you tell him don't say anything?
No, he was already like, let's find out first. Like,
Okay.
He's a real one, bro.
He is the realest one. That I had no problem telling him, like,
Right.
pretty much legit. I got my appointment. I walked out the door and I told him because I'm super open book with him. I always have been. He knows. He probably knows more than a lot of people because I'm like, I don't got to worry about telling him. That's my
Yeah.
dog. And so he already was like, it wasn't like, let's not tell mom. It was more like, let's get the details first to tell mom. And so we were like, all right, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And right when I found out that I was 8 months, I went back to my little quarters, my little room.
A room.
Daniel was gone. And I went back to my little room and I was like, let's call mom.
Come on.
And he was like, why? And I'm like,
Why?
Oh, he didn't know. You had
he
just
didn't
come
know.
back.
Yeah, I had
right.
just came back and I'm like, call mom.
Come on right now.
We
I
come-
need a woman's advice.
No, bro, there's no advice that I could take, honestly, at that point. And then, and so he was like, oh, what's up? What's wrong? And I'm like, I'm 8 months. And he's like, oh, shit.
Yes.
And on speed dial. I think my mom was in bed. No, my mom was in bed and he was just like, can you come to the hospital? Like, we're here, whatever. And my mom was like, is she okay? And he's just like, yeah. And she's like, so do I need to come? Like, and he's like, yes.
Yeah, you do.
I was going crazy
And so-
outside.
Yeah, I can hear.
And I was panicking, like waiting for her to come. I was also afraid they weren't gonna let her in the ER because technically you only get one person. I think everybody in the ER knew I was just found out I was pregnant though, so I think they're like giving me some
Adrian's
slack.
here. That's why he's
Right.
going crazy.
Oh.
I need to real quick say that.
Okay. Do you need to open the door or anything?
He'll be fine. He can wait. Real quick. So you drive a Z.
Yeah.
He asked you yesterday. I didn't want to bring it up because I was like, oh, I want to talk about it on the pod with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what are we doing with the Z?
That's my weekend car now.
It's the week. Oh, you're still gonna whip it, bro?
Of course I am. I love my car.
Not with the baby.
Just
Not
not
with
with
the
the
baby.
baby.
Now, obviously not with the baby.
But what car are you gonna get for the baby? Because I'm thinking like full on Toyota mom van, like
I would love a minivan.
a minivan.
But I'm gonna lower it or something. You know what I mean? Like
bro, but
Go
like,
through the
look,
speed bumps.
the baby just jumping in the back.
but for real, not for the baby, for us, so we can all.
We can all now carpool on the one and watch the baby.
I'm so excited for this van. Like y'all have no idea how excited. I've
The
never
van that
been
just
in a
got
van.
brought up.
Yeah, no, I'm hyped
Ain't
for
no
it.
van.
It sucks. I used to have a van and we got rid of it because we're like, oh, we don't need a van. It's like vans, like are heavy. They waste gas. They're big. Fuck, we might get a van now.
If there's one person in this world that could get you a van,
It's Jimmy.
it's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy can get
Jimmy
you a
will
van,
figure it
boy.
But like in sakes of my car, no, I love my car too much. That's always like the thing people tell me too. They're like, oh, you're gonna get rid of your car, and I'm like, I had my car like over 2 years. I've
be
known
like
this
your luxury
baby
car.
for 5 minutes.
I'll take my
It'll
car
be
over
your
the baby.
luxury car.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the fun little car, you know.
That car is not fun. It's a death trap, Madison.
is
I
a
tried
death
to
trap.
get you out of it like 3 times, bro. That car
Every
is
time, like,
deadly.
why is Madison in this location? I
In
pull
the
up
middle of the
in
highway?
the middle. I'm like, oh, hi, Madison.
Yeah,
Yep,
my car
broke just down.
breaks down at least once a month. Like it's my monthly breakdown, and not emotionally. It's like actually.
That's his own little thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's quirky and different.
It's great.
But no, so for context, it's a 2003 Nissan 350Z. So it is very old. It's almost as old as me. But I love it still. It has so much character.
No, it really does. I'm not gonna lie. It's the first car I sit in and I go, what the fuck? Like, this car was like missing, like, what was it that it was making it smell like gas that one time that we went?
It was like the fuel pump. I had like not the covers on it because my fuel pump was broken.
It smelled like the inside of
the gas tank.
It's like like if you just opened the gas tank and just sat in with all the gas all over your body. That's exactly what it smelled like.
But I fixed it. So
No, I'm sure it smells great now, but at the time it was a death trap.
It was very bad.
So how would you feel like the story, had this little conclusion because we had to.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up. We
have
gotta
to
wrap up.
Well, to wrap up, my parents are really accepting.
Mm-hmm.
My mom ended up coming to the hospital, and I told her. No, what's fucked up is she sits down, and I'm like, oh, I gotta tell you something. And the first thing she says is, she's like, there better not be a baby in there. And I start bawling, crying, and I'm like, why would you say that?
That's fucked up.
And then she was just like, she's like. Ooh, she looked at my dad like, "Ooh, did I fuck up?"
That was a joke. That was a joke.
That was the punchline, guys.
That's what she ended up telling me, and I start crying,
Jesus
and
Christ.
I'm like, "Oh my god, there is." And she's like, "I was just joking." She's like, and I'm like, "Why would you joke about that?" And
No, you weren't.
And exactly, I'm like, it wasn't funny, bro. And I was crying. She starts fucking laughing, and she's like, it's okay, like whatever.
Now I gotta accept
But
this
it wasn't.
baby.
She's like, yeah, just for feeling like shit. She's like, fuck, bro. No, but she's just as happy. When I told her it was a boy, she was just like, yes. She's like, I didn't want girls like me.
I already had 2 girls.
Yeah, exactly. She had always wanted.
We're also really like, yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
wanted me to have a boy. I think me and Gerald were the only ones that wanted to have a girl.
I don't know.
He
Boys.
go boys.
Boys. Team boy.
Yeah, no, my mom. Not to say that my mom wouldn't love the baby as much as
Of course,
if it was
of
a
course.
girl. She would love it regardless. But I think the fact that it was a boy, she's like, this is my chance. Finally.
I mean, it's her time to shine now.
Exactly. She's like, I can have the boy I always wanted and the girls that I didn't. Like, because so the baby's name is Vincent,
Right.
and she's had that name picked out since my sister. My sister's 27. So she's always had that name, and she's like, if I have a boy, like that's the name it's gonna be. And we've always known that. Like, she kind of like rubbed it in our faces that we weren't boys, and she was just like, you would have been Vincent, like, and so.
Oh, how great you could have been.
Exactly. And so the moment we were in the hospital, she was like, okay, that's it, like.
You're naming this baby Vincent.
She's like, so it's Vincent, right? And I'm not gonna say I didn't have a choice. It is a good name. I like
Right.
it. It's cute. But I was just like, whatever's gonna get me off the hook a little bit more.
Like, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
Sure,
yeah,
Mom.
Yeah, no, that works if you don't punish me.
exactly. I'm like, as long as I still get to live in your house.
You're not gonna ground me, are you?
Exactly. Like, am I in trouble? So yeah. So conclusion of the story is, my parents are really accepting, and then I went on to tell my friends, like you guys and stuff, and everybody's pretty much accepting.
I still think it's a prank.
Yeah, we're gonna find out
soon.
I've come
Right.
to terms with it.
right now on Tuesday. Well, today's Sunday, Tuesday, 2 more days. I'll be 38 weeks. We're almost there. My due date is September 6th. It is August 21st.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Yeah, at least you time skipped the whole baby.
The
I did
whole
time
baby.
skip.
The whole pregnancy. you
which
time
is
skipped.
maybe good for me. He's perfect
Yeah.
so far.
So,
He's perfect. Nothing to worry about. At least from what they told me. And so that's all that really matters in the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
of
baby.
course.
And I did time skip, and I didn't have to worry for
Yeah.
8 months. And I lived my life. Like, when they say
She
a baby
lived
stops you,
Her life.
yo,
Hey, but hey,
baby ain't nothing.
wouldn't you have wished you didn't time skip it? You get all the privileges. Let me carry that.
That is the only part that I regret is like,
The
you know how much
perks.
shit I have to
You
carry.
could have had a parking permit.
You only get that after the baby's
I
born.
think
right?
it's
Is it?
after, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And
What
those-
stroller are you going to be carrying around while you're pregnant? They're
Yeah.
going to think you're psycho.
And those
I'll buy her a
permits
stroller.
are nowhere. I always look for them to be like, oh, I go here a lot. Like kinda-
Walmart is like the only place that has a Walmart, Target, really big stores.
And then even if it's we gotta end this. Even if it's
Thank you, Madison.
even if it's a stroller parking, handicapped people can still use that one, but it doesn't work vice versa. So if there's a bunch of handicapped people where you are, they can take the spot. Doesn't matter.
Right. All right.
So that's the conclusion.
All
So
right.
that's the end of the show.
Don't be handicapped.
Okay. I'm gonna cut that out.
sorry.
Let's just do your
Alright.
thing, bro.
All right. I just want
I
to.
was doing so good too.
I just want to thank our guests, Madison.
Hey,
Shout out Madison
thank you.
for the great stories, the great time.
You know.
Yeah, thank you
and
for having me. And
shout out.
Vincent.
You know, big shout out to all the single moms. You know. Big shout out. Big
He's
shout
out here. He's out here.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, what?
Shout out.
What? Any single moms around,
You know.
head up the podcast, the comments, leave a comment below.
We're gonna pin our email there so you can email Moises here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. So, thank you. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. You know, definitely gonna have different people here and there come take. You know, so, but of course we're always gonna have a Chef Manati here.
Always. I'll be
Oh.
here every episode. I got you.
We'll see about that.
I might be in the
He said
background.
no thanks.
We'll see about that.
No, not every episode.
Okay,
You know.
but
But
all right.
when the fans miss me, make sure you go in the comments and you're like, yo, we
we
miss that
want
dude.
Manati,
We want the Manati, bro. If y'all don't do it, he's gonna kick me out. And you're gonna feel
I will
horrible
kick him
about
out. I'm not kidding.
Aw,
That's
poor
fucked
baby.
it. Not as fucked up as much as you know. We have Adrian sitting outside, so I think it is time to end.
I forgot about him.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you guys for watching.
Oh my god, you guys.
This was great.
Did my water just break?
No.
Oh my God, we gotta stop for sure.
Damn it.